Hello! So, yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded anything to this channel, but it's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. So, what better chance than to show off some Doctor Who custom figures I have made. I should also mention that I regularly post updates to Instagram, so some of these you will have seen, some of these you will have not. So for regular updates and regular pictures of my projects, follow me on Instagram. With that said, here's some Doctor Who custom figures I have made. First off, we have a Mondasian patient. This is from Series 10, episode World Enough and Time. So this is a mixed mash of various figures. You have the upper torso of Connor Temple from Series 2 of Primeval, the legs of the 9th Doctor, as well as the head of the 11th Doctor. However, I grinded away all the details with a rotary tool, and once everything was grinded down to us all, so I got rid of all the features. I then sculpted on all the details with Milliput. Speaking of sculpting, I sculpted on the collar as well as all the details of the suit in Milliput. And the bottom of the gown is just a rubber glove I cut up, glued on and painted. After all the painting was done on the figure, I decided to make the UV drip, which is just a barbecue skewer cut up to various pieces, all glued together and all the details sculpted on with Milliput. The vial jug thing was just a bit of tinfoil which I sculpted and molded into shape and covered it in Milliput and sculpted on all the details. It's held on by some elastic. I'm really happy with this one and I'm glad it turned out so well. Next up we have the 7th Doctor from the TV movie. Those who watch my channel long enough will have seen that I did do this custom a while back, but I wasn't really happy with it after all. It was just a basic repaint of the 7th Doctor figure, just with the jumper removed. So I decided to go back and redo it a bit. This time I removed the jacket completely and swapped it out with the jacket of a Series 3 Howard Saxon Master figure. I also further modified the waistcoat in order to make it more accurate. Then I repainted the legs because I didn't do that the first time, and I painted the jacket as well. As for the head, I swapped it out for a 3D printed head thanks to Nathan Ward, aka ndwdesign on Etsy. They do really good head sculpts and I absolutely loved how this turned out. After painting it, it came out so good. I'm really glad I decided to redo this again because it looks so much better than my first attempt at doing this custom. Next up we have Ace. This is from her Power of the Doctor / Tales from the TARDIS look. Again, it's another mixed match of various figures. The base body is Martha from Series 3, with the jacket of Jenny from Primeval, and the lower legs of the 13th Doctor with the hands of a Carrier Knight. I sculpted on the shirt as well as the lapels and pockets of the jacket, and I also modified the 13th Doctor's legs in order to make the trousers more longer. Once again, this is another head from Nathan Ward, and when I saw he decided to make this one, I knew I had to get it instantly. Sure, because the hair, it doesn't turn that well, but I think it looks great. And as a big fan of Ace, I'm just glad to have this version of the character in the collection. So here's the Master, as played by Anthony Ainley. And to make this figure, I used another figure of the Master, that being the Season 3 Howard Saxon Master. I removed the head and the jacket, and I grinded away the tie using a rotary tool, and sculpted on all the details of the suit with Milliput, even the shoulder pads. I took a resin head cast of the Anthony Ainley version of the Master, aka the figure from Planet of Fire, and glued it onto the body. The tailcoat is just a rubber glove that I cut up and painted black, and I painted the figure up as well. I'm sad we never got to see a figure of the costume Anthony Ainley always had, so I'm glad they made this custom and it looks well on the shelf. Here's an 8th Doctor I repainted. This is the original figure that came with the 11th Doctor's box set. I used some dry brushing with a lighter brown to make the hair more accurate. I repainted the eyes, and I painted the lapels a lighter green. That's just to make it more accurate. That's it. Speaking of the 8th Doctor, here's Lucy Miller. This is just a Martha Jones figure with the head removed as well as the jacket. I swapped out the jacket of Yasmin Khan, and I sculpted on the shirt with Milliput. The head is also 3D printed and made by Nathan Ward. I love Lucy Miller as a companion and she looks great alongside my 8th Doctor figure. Rose Tyler, so this is her outfit from the Impossible Planet. Again, it's another Martha Jones figure with the head of the Series 2 Rose Tyler figure, albeit with the face repainted. The jacket itself is completely resculpted in Milliput. Everything from the belt, the lapels, all sculpted in Milliput and painted pink and purple. Here's a couple of 11th Doctors I made. I never really liked the original head sculpt of the very first 11th Doctor figures. So I took the original 11th Doctor figure, as well as the 11th Hour Raggedy Doctor figure, and removed the fringe from both of them. I did it with both of them, but I gave them both different hairstyles just to match the look of those particular episodes. So the 11th Hour figure was meant to match the style of that episode, while the other one was just meant to be a more general look of Series 5. I'm interested to hear which one do you prefer. Let me know in the comments below. Clara Oswald. So this is just the Series 7 figure, aka the one with the purple dress that she doesn't wear in the show. I cut up the dress and sculpted on all the details of the cardigan she was wearing, as well as the hem of the skirt. I wanted the outfit to look like the one she wore in Time of the Doctor, so I did all the sculpting and I repainted it. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with it, but it looks better than the original figure. So here's the 13th Doctor. I completely repainted the head, I painted a base coat for the hair and dry brushed it with a lighter blonde, and I repainted the face completely in order to better match Jodie Whittaker. And I wasn't particularly fond of the hand, at least the way it holds the Sonic, so I swapped that out with the hand of the 10th Doctor figure. And to be honest, I prefer the way it looks. The way it holds the Sonic is a lot more better than the other hand did. Here's another version of the 13th Doctor, this being from Revolution of the Daleks, in her prison outfit. So this is just a standard 13th Doctor figure, but I removed the hair, as well as the coat, and sculpted on all the details. I completely resculpted the hair, as well as sculpted on the details of the prison jumpsuit, elongated the trousers, and I repainted the figure completely. Yasmin Khan. So this figure is from Series 11 and is based on the episode It Takes You Away. However, the figure is not that accurate, as in the episode she has a jumper on, while the figure has her wearing a shirt. So what I did, I put the figure in some boiling water and removed the shirt, and I sculpted on the jumper underneath the jacket. Other than that, I repainted the eyes. Very simple custom, but it's got a really good response on Instagram, so thank you very much to everyone who saw that post and liked it. Finally, we have the Fugitive Doctor. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this a few times now, and it's gone a few changes over the past couple of years. This started out as a mixed mash of different figures. Initially, it was a Martha Jones figure, with the legs of the 11th Doctor and the jacket of the 13th Doctor. I cut the coat down to size and grinded away the hood at the back and sculpted on all the details with miller puttings. This included the lapels, the waistcoat, the shirt, the frilly cuffs, and all the details of the costume. I did modify and sculpt the head in order to make it look a bit more like Joe Martin, but our old friend Nathan Ward came out with a 3D printed head of the Fugitive Doctor. So I cut off the head of this costume and I glued on the Fugitive Doctor's head. And made a couple of more modifications to it just to make the waistcoat a bit more accurate, and I repainted the coat in order to make it a bit more accurate once I found a more accurate shade of blue. And yeah, that's the Fugitive Doctor. Now we may not see her again depending on how Russell T Davies' universe goes, but I'm happy with how this custom turned out. It took a lot of time and effort, it's changed a lot over the years, but I'm at a point now I'm happy with it. Plus, it looks good on the shelf alongside all my other Doctors.